First, today's LeetCode problem is check if a grid can be cut into 3 sections. So what is the problem is saying that we are given a integer n representing the dimensions of the n cross n grid with the origin at a bottom leaf, that is a 0 0. Okay, this is something that we have given corner of the grid. You are also given a 2D array coordinates rectangle where rectangle of I is from start x start y and end x end y. You know, right? If you want to represent the rectangle, you just need the diagonal elements of the rectangle, so you can represent it, and this is what they have given. Representing the rectangle on a grid, each rectangle is defined as follows: start x start y, the bottom left corner, that is this one, and end x end y is the top right corner, that is this one. And if you join this, so this will something like form the rectangle. Note that the rectangles do not overlap. Your task is to determine if it is possible to make either two horizontal or two vertical cuts on the grid such that, okay, what is it? We have to, each of the three resulting sections formed by the cuts contain at least one rectangle, and each rectangle belongs to the exactly one section. What does it means? Okay, let's understand with the test case. Return true if such cuts can be made, otherwise we have to return a false. So this is something that they have given: start x start y, okay, end x end y for the rectangles. And if you see 1 0, so 1 0 would be 1 and 0, right? So this is x and this is y. So x is 1, y is 0. So this is the point, right? I will just take the yellow color to okay, this is x and y. Phi 2, so phi and 2, so this is what? And if you see, this is the rectangle made by it, correct? 0 2, that is x is 0, y is 2, so this is a point. 2 4, this is a point, and this is what the rectangle made by it. And if you see, this is similarly made by other things. And if you see, they have cut here the two cuts. This is the one cut, this is another cut. And if you see, we can divide these rectangles into the, if you see, we can divide these rectangles into the three regions and without overlapping. It is not a case like where this rectangle is not a part of the two splits, it is only the part of the only one split. That's why it has been in a second region. And if you see, we have divided into the three regions, that is, we have drawn the two splits on the horizontal side. It can be either horizontal or it can be either the vertical as well. So might be the case, for example, there might be the case if I draw this like this xy coordinate system. So this is my one rectangle, this can be the another rectangle, this can be the third rectangle. If you see, horizontally I can't divide them, if you see, but if I draw vertically, so 1 and 2, and you can see each of them as below, like each region exactly has a one rectangle, 1 2 and 3, and vertically I can draw it. And if you say, I can split it into the three regions, and this is our goal. So if you observe this pattern, if you have solved the yesterday's problem, that is a count days without meeting, that is yesterday's LeetCode POTD, and which was the sorting, again based on the sorting and merge intervals kind of the problem. If you haven't seen this problem, please go and check out that video, because this is the video that is important for this problem, and this is a problem based on this intuition made by this problem only. So what does this problem is saying? That we have given the rectangles x and y coordinates. So I will just take this example here only. Okay, what we have given? We have given 1 0 5 2, 0 2 2 comma 4, okay, 3 2 5 3, 3 2 5 3, 0 4 4 5. This is something that we have been given here, and we have given a n equal to 5. See, this n even doesn't matter for this problem. Why? I will tell you. So now I have two choices: either go by horizontal, either go by vertical. Makes sense? So what I will do, I will split the left to right parts, that is a x, and bottom top part, that is a y, into two different interval lists. So what I will do, I will try to create one x interval list and y interval list from the each. So which are the x coordinates from here? These are the x coordinates, right? 1 1 0. So if you draw this like this, so 1 is here, 0 is here, so this is my 1, and 5 2, 5 and 2, this is them something, right? And this is what the rectangle is. So my x coordinates are here is a 1 to 5. This is my interval, right? 1 to 5. So I will just put it here, 1 comma 5. Similarly for this as well, 0 2. Similarly for this, 3 5, and for this as well 0 4. This is what I'm getting the x intervals for the whole rectangles now. Okay, same for the y. So again, y, for y this will be the 2, that is 0 2, 2 4, 2 3, 4 5. Correct. Now if you see, I will sort them. I will sort because I want to just check whether this x interval is overlapping or not. When I'm checking for the x interval means I'm checking these things are overlapping or not. If they are overlapping, if I'm not getting at least 3 non-overlapping intervals, if I got the 3 non-overlapping intervals, that is 1 2 and 3, it means I can split it into the 3 regions. Correct. And similarly I will check for this. So when I'm checking for the y intervals, that is this, basically I'm trying to check whether I can divide it into the horizontal 3 regions or not. So when I'm checking for x, I'm checking for the vertical split. Correct. And when I'm checking for the y, I'm checking for the horizontal, and any of them should return me at least 3 regions. If this is returning me 3, it's fine. If this is returning me 3, it's fine. I will return a true, else I will return a false. Any of them case would work. So this is my x interval. So what I will do, I will sort it, because right, whenever we want to solve the intervals problem, the primary approach is the sorting only. So I will sort it. So after sorting, I will get something like this: 0 2 would come first, 0 4 then come first, 1 5 and 3 5. And this is something I'm taking from this array only. Correct. Now I will just check, right, if you have seen this problem, yesterday's problem, same intuition I'm going here. I will have the helper function. Okay, I will have the helper function which will count the number of intervals in the given array. So I will just take the previous end, correct, which will initially -1, which shows me till what x I have been gone so far from left to right. Correct. And I will just keep a count of variables, count of intervals, non-overlapping intervals I'm saying. And in this scenario, if you see, okay, in this scenario, if this is my x as 2, so my rectangle, if starting from here, still they belongs to 2 different intervals. Okay, 2 different you can say regions. So it means if my end is less than equal to start, it means they are both are from the different intervals. Correct. So count is initially would be 0. Correct. Now my cases would be if my previous end, correct, if my previous end, or I would say, yeah, previous end would be better, not instead of the previous end, what we can do, if my current start, okay, if my start, that is if I am here, if it is greater than equal to the previous end, it means I found the new region. Makes sense? So I would just say count plus plus, correct, and I would just say I will just update my previous end now. My previous end would be the current end. Correct. What is my current end? This is my current end. Else I will just update my previous end. Previous end would be the max of current end or whatever the previous end value was. Correct. So this is what I am going to do. This is my intuition for this problem. So what I will do, I will just iterate over this problem. So previous end is initially -1 and 0. So I am here. I am just checking. My start is greater than equal to, yeah it is. So now my count will be updated by 1. Correct. And my previous end will become the end. What is my end? 2. So my previous end is now 2. Now I am here. I will check. Is my start greater than equal to previous end? No, it is a 0 and previous end is a 2. No, so I will just update my previous end. Previous end will be the max of end comma previous end. So this is 2, this is 4. So I will update my previous end by 4. Makes sense? Again I will come here. I will check. My start is 1. My previous end is 4. No, so I will go in else condition. I will just update my previous end by max of this or this. So that is a 5. Again I will come here. Again this is small. So I will just update by this or this. Correct. My previous end or this, which are same. So you can see my count is only 1. So for x interval it is becoming 1. Now let's try for the y intervals. For y intervals I will just sort it, and which is already you can see in sorted order. Just I have to just replace this. So my y intervals would be 0, 2, 2, 3, 2, 4 and 4, 5. Correct. This is something I have. Now I would just say my previous end again would be -1 in this scenario, and count would be initially 0. Makes sense? Now I am here. my start. Is my start greater than or equal to previous end? Correct? Yeah, it is. So I will just say count increment by 1 and previous end would become now the 2. This one. Now I am here. I am just checking this condition. Is my previous end is greater than, is my start, that is here, I am here now, greater than or equal to previous end? Yeah, it is, because this is a 2, it is a 2. So I will just say increment my count by 1, that is a 2, and previous end will become the end now. So this is my previous end. So my previous end is now 3. Now I am here. Is my previous start is greater than or equal to previous end? No, because start is 2, previous end is 3. It is not. So I will go in else condition and I will update my previous end by 3, 4 max of. So 4 it will come. Now I am here. Is my start greater than or equal to? Yeah. So I will just increment my count and I will update the end with the 5. So if you see in the y intervals, I am getting count as a 3. And I told you, right, either both of them should give me the greater than or equal to 3 only. If both are from both of them, if anyone is giving greater than or equal to 3 count, it means it is possible to split in the regions where each region has exactly one rectangle. And this is what this problem is doing. If you see for y, we are doing for the horizontal split. So if you see, this problem is actually solving this problem based on the horizontal split only. Correct? So see, this is my one horizontal split, this is my another horizontal split. Correct? So and if you say 3 intervals are there which are non-overlapping, this is one non-overlapping, this is one non-overlapping, this is one. I am care only about at least 3. There can be more than 3 as well, but the problem is saying there should be at least 3, and this is what we have to find out. Correct? This either 2 horizontal or either 2 vertical cuts says that there should be at least 3 non-overlapping. So correct? I hope you understand this problem. Now let's see the code for this problem. So code this problem is similar. If you have seen the yesterday's POTD, please check out on the YouTube of my channel. This is same of the yesterday's POTD. What I have done, I have taken the count variable, I have taken the previous end, which is initially -1. I am going through it. I am just checking if my current start is greater than or equal to previous end. If yes, then increment the count and update the previous end. Else update the previous end by the maximum of the current end or the previous end. And I am returning the count. So this is my helper function for it. Then what I am doing, I am just preparing the x interval, y interval. This is what we have done here, right? So if you come here, this is what we did here in this step. X interval and y interval, we just removed the x coordinates and y coordinates into 2 different lists, because I just want to check the horizontal split and vertical split, if it is possible to make the 3 non-overlapping rectangles. So x coordinate and y coordinate I have just removed from them and I have made them the 2 list. So 0, 2 represent the xx, right, and 1, 3 represent the y1, y2. And I have just sorted them because we want to sort before trying the helper function, because intervals require the sorting order of the input array. Then I am checking the x count, y count of the helper function. I am just returning if max of any of them is greater than or equal to 3. If yes, then return a true, else return a false. Correct? So time complexity would be the big of n log n. Why? Because if you say x interval, there can be the big of n. So sorting it would make the big of n log n, as it is a 2 times. So 2 into big of n log n, which is ultimately big of n log n only. And space would be the big of n again, because we are creating the 2 list x and y. So I hope you got this problem. See you in the next video. Thank you.